would you comment on Wesley? So let me back up. Sorry. I think we operate in our country with sort of just a baseline nervousness about religious people engaging in political talk because of the separation of church and state.
Yeah.
You know, there's a kind of a principle that keeps us bounded a certain way. And of course, since we have an established church in England, people didn't feel that way necessarily, and Wesley certainly didn't, because during the American Rebellion, he's writing a number of letters to politically powerful people and expressing his conviction. Can you comment, both of you, about the sort of, if we're going to try to make use of Wesley in some way, how do we make that shift and kind of recognize the difference between the way we think about these things generally and the way he would have thought of it? So he's very politically engaged, but on different terms than we think are appropriate.
Go ahead. I love him going first.
You can say that.
Well, all right, so I think this is an interesting debate. I'm going to shift it just a little bit. This is an interesting debate that often takes place between Methodists and Lutherans.
Yeah.
Because of Luther's idea of like a two-kingdom, kind of separate ideals there. I don't think a Wesleyan Christian is capable of compartmentalizing their life and their beliefs that way. So that your politics has to flow out of your experience of a transforming event with God that we call the new birth. And if it doesn't, then the question is it Wesleyan at all, even at a very basic level? So how could a Methodist or a Wesleyan or whatever not be that same person in the public square that they are supposed to be in their society meeting? I think that'd be the first thing that I would point out. I mean, my opinion as somebody in the Wesleyan movement is I think we need to be even louder in the public square because of the separation of church and state. And of course, understanding what that meant in the 18th century context is important too. I mean, we do debate this in Washington quite a bit. The founders were saying we don't want an established church. They weren't saying that religion doesn't have a role in public life. And I think that's something that Christians in general, whether Wesleyans or not, should be talking about. But given the fact that the government is not going to have a role, like the no bishops in the Senate, that might be a good thing. No bishops in the Senate means that I think the onus is on us even more to speak into the public square and not actually hide the worldview that we say is reality. Now I'm really sounding like Stanley Harwells.
We're in Dallas.
I'm in Dallas. Yeah. Did you want to?
No, that's good.
Okay.
I'm with you.